Looks like you're coming around. Josh, a terrible thing has happened. The evil shadow spirit has been released. Impa, the leader of the Kakariko village, had sealed the evil shadow spirit in the bottom of the well. But the force of the evil spirit got so strong, the seal of the well broke, and it escaped into the world. I believe Impa has gone to the Shadow Temple to seal it again. But she will be in danger without any help. Josh, Impa is one of the 6 sages. Destroy the evil shadow spirit and save Impa. There is an entrance to the Shadow Temple beneath the graveyard behind this village. The only thing I can do for you is teach you the melody that will lead you to the Shadow Temple. This is the melody that will draw you into the infinite darkness that absorbs even time. Listen to this, the Nocturne of Shadow. You have learned the Nocturne of Shadow. Let me take care of the village. I'm counting on you, Josh. Hey there guys, Josh. Welcome back to more Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Last episode we got to the Water Temple. This episode we're supposed to go to the Shadow Temple. However, there's an item we need for the Shadow Temple. And that item requires us to go to the bottom of the well. But the bottom of the well is inaccessible because the water is in the wells full. So, when we had the Master Sword pulled out, we went forward 7 years in time. If we put the Master Sword back in, we could go backwards back 7 years in time to become a child again. The well will be accessible when we are a child. So let's go back to the Temple of Time. And we found out Impa's also one of the 6 sages, which means she's already dead. You know, that's one thing. Growing up, I always thought Impa was a guy. I didn't know she was a girl. I think it's because polygons. I don't know. I think it was the short hair. I was used to girls always having longer hair. So there's the spiritual stones we collected as a child from the Deku Forest to Dongo's cavern and Jabu Jabu's belly, and there's Sheik. You destroyed the wicked creatures that haunted the temple and awakened the sage. But there are still other sages who need your help. In order to awaken all the other sages, you must become even more powerful. You must travel over mountains, underwater, and even through time. If you want to return to your original time, return the Master Sword to the pedestal of time. By doing this, you will travel back in time 7 years. The time will come when you will have to return here quickly. I will teach this to you for when that time comes. The song to return you to the Temple of Time. The Prelude of Light. As long as you hold the Ocarina of Time and the Master Sword, you hold time itself in your hands. Josh, we shall meet again. And we're a child again. Well, look at that. Alright, so, a couple of things. One, with the Temple of Time. She said you awaken the sage. You could not turn back into a child until you beat the Forest Temple. After you beat the Forest Temple, you can come back here. That's why she said over mountains, underwater, and all that, because she's referring to the Fire and Water Temple. Which we already beat, but it's because you can come back here at any time. Or after the Forest Temple, at least, so... But there was no need to, so it didn't really matter to me. This is the first time you really need to, so this is the... You know... Like, if you want to go back and explore other places, but you don't really get anything as an adult that you can't use... You don't get anything as an adult you can use as a child. Like, I guess you can use the songs, but... You know what, no, that's true. You could use the Bolero of Fire to get to the volcano, and you could plant the magic bean and get bugs in there. But, you know what, thinking about it, I should do that, huh? I'm out of beans, though. I need to go buy some beans. I'll probably just do that off screen, because if you plant beans, it'll lead you to another piece of heart, which I kind of want to get. Remember, I'm not getting all 20, but I'll get what I can. So now that we're back at Kakariko Village, this is technically 7 years before the Shadow Spirit got released. Because you see the wood's still there and everything. But if you look in the well, it's still full. It's even more full than what it was when you were an adult. What you want to do is you want to go inside of the windmill house area. I think it's just... Is it question mark, question mark, question mark? Oh, it's just one question mark, but it's the windmill. If you pull out your ocarina and play that famous tune... And now the windmill is completely drained. Now here's the thing, you learn that song when you're an adult. If you talk to him when you're an adult at any time, he'll teach you the Song of Storms. And he'll say that, I learned this song from a child 7 years ago. Which was you, technically, because you played it. But the only reason you know it is because he taught it to you, because he learned from it. It's kind of like a paradox, something like that, butterfly effect. It's something to do with time. But here we go, we're inside the bottom of the well. This is a mini dungeon. And it's I would say it's the second to last dungeon as a child. Oof, there we go. There we go. Gotta move my recording over. I can hear the spirits whispering in this room. Look for the eye of truth. That's what they are saying. Look at that. That wasn't even a real wall. Now, this dungeon houses a lot to do. There is gold scutulas all over the place. I'm not gonna go over everything. This dungeon is... Oh, jeez. This dungeon is not very long if you're just here for the required item. It isn't... It's not that I don't want to show it off. Oh, dear. There's just a lot to... Just a lot of gold scutulas. I think there's only like 3, and that's the only thing here. It's not, in my opinion, worth it unless you're going for the 100. And the 100 isn't even worth it, like I've said. But now that you've drained the water, you can just go back to the beginning and climb under here. If you want to get a full 100, like what to do, I recommend looking at Zelda Dungeons walkthrough on the gold scutulas. At least for the bottom of the well, because it'll take you a couple of minutes. And he knows exactly where they're at and exactly how to get them quickly. I don't, because I don't care. But this is the boss of the... inside the well. Got some hands sticking out. And as far as I'm aware, you have to get caught by these hands. What I recommend is pulling out Deku Sticks. Because Deku Sticks do more damage than your... Oh, dear! This guy's name is Dead Hand. And he is the boss of the well. Come on. Can I spin attack? No. Ooh. Now, like I said, as far as I'm aware, you have to get caught by the hands. If you can wait, then wait. But I think it's faster. Jeez, this guy can take a beating. And it's not too difficult, you know. You just gotta time it, get close to him, wait for his head to come down, then attack him. And like I said, if you use sticks, it does twice the damage compared to your sword. It's basically Master Sword damage. Wait for him to go all the way in. Like I said, I recommend just getting caught by the hands. If you mash the attack button, it'll get away faster. There we go. There's Dead Hand. And this will be the dungeon item. I mean, it's the only thing you need, really. And we got the Lens of Truth. Mysterious things are hidden everywhere. Be sure to try to use it outside of the well. Seeing the truth will cost magic powers, so press the C button to stop using it. So you can use that dungeon item to get through the rest of the well, because there's a lot of like holes in the floor, holes in the wall, that are just looks like wall, but it's not actually wall. And that's how you can get through the rest of the dungeon, so just be aware of that. But like I said, I do not care. I beat it. And we are going to... Because now that's the dungeon item. That's what we need to complete the Shadow Temple. What we can do now is turn into an adult and go towards the Shadow Temple. And I always loved this scene. Just taking out the sword and putting back in the sword. When I was a child, my aunt would be, have beaten file. And I would always just back and forth. Put the sword in, take the sword out. Put the sword in, take the sword out. Let me see. Oh, I didn't. No. What is it? Do I have the first set of notes right? Left, right, right. A, left, right, down. Okay, I think I played it right the first time. I think I just missed a note or something. Like I clicked the controller button, but it didn't work. The only way to get to the dungeon, you have to warp. Because they said it's underneath the... It did it again! It did it again. It froze. Well, warp to the dungeon, and I'll see you guys at the dungeon. Bye.